Welcome, everybody, to the new episode of Old Grumblers podcast. Today, with me, I'm a co-host, Colonel Damders. What's about? I don't actually know where they're going to be in the end.
I think you're in the top right, and I'm top
they're like
left.
Sock puppet. I just imagine
right.
it's a sock puppets. And today, we're going to answer the age-old question. If you have an alpaca named Tony, you named it Tony, you bought it. It's starting to scare you a little bit because it talks in the voice of your dead relatives. Tries to be invited into the house all the time. You start suspecting maybe it's a skinwalker. What do you do?
That's a good question.
Thoughts?
I'd let it in. I'd be like, it's fine.
Because I forgot to mention this. It has started to walk on its hind legs, and its front legs have become really, really long arms.
That sounds fine. Sure, why not?
I mean, as long as it's still like fluffy and things, and why not?
Yeah, it'd be all right. I don't think that's a problem. I'd go like, come on in, my good friend. What was it, an uncle? Yeah, come in, uncle.
All right, well,
now that we've killed our
makes more
retention,
sense now, I guess.
now that we've absolutely turbo nuked our retention, how about we talk about Gamescom? So Gamescom was a thing that happened at the time you're watching this, about 6 months ago. And there were some games at Gamescom, believe it or not, that we saw and we were interested in, we want to talk about, because let's be honest, there's nothing to talk about with Total War. But is there? There's a patch.
Well, yes, there is this time, because there is a patch, if it works.
And at least one of us has played it. Can you guess who? Oh, you'll find out later. Give it away. Right, so, shall I kick things off with Dawn of War 4?
God, yes.
You may as well. Just rub that salt into our wounds.
So, I believe, did all of us get this email, or was it just me and Monsters that got this? This very, like, Dawn of War 4, I appreciate the opportunity.
That's the most polite singling out I've ever seen. Oh, did everyone get it, or was it just me and Monsters? Like,
I'm sorry.
We're only three here.
No,
we're only three people here.
I'm sorry. Because
Did we all get
it looked
this?
like a scam email, so I wouldn't be surprised if you got it and just discarded it. Because, like, well, I appreciate the opportunity, guys, but you really need to do your reach out better, because it was like, I'm writing to get an NDA sign off of your personal information to tell you about this game that you might want to play. I can't tell you the name of the game until you give me your personal information. I was like, what? And I just kind of tossed it around. I'm like, can you give me a clue? And then eventually they gave me an NDA where I didn't have to give as much personal information, just had to give my name. So I gave him that, and then it was Dawn of War 4, so it was fine. But so I got doxxed, but I got to play Dawn of War 4, and I got to watch the trailer before anyone else.
Those trades, you get doxxed,
yeah.
but also like
Dawn of War 4. You know what? That's fine. You know what? I would happily dox myself for Dawn of War 4. I'm just saying it.
So
anyone wants to dox me and give me Dawn of War 4? Please do.
Yeah, I got to see the trailer. I got to watch a little bit of a little video from the developers that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about, but like it's not really anything that isn't public knowledge, so that's fine. But yeah, I haven't got much experience with the previous games / any experience, so all I know about Dawn of War 3 is what I read on Fred's Steam review, which is scathing, to say the least. But, all right, so the one thing to caveat all of me talking about Dawn of War 4 is it ran like total ass for me. I don't know if this is a me problem. By all means, if I knew anyone else that had played it, but it's just me, I'd ask them if it ran okay for them. But it ran terribly for me. I put it at 1080p and I was getting like 30 FPS, and one battle I had to abandon because it went to 1 FPS. So, but that aside, it seemed pretty fun. You just got to play a single skirmish. It was kind of scripted. You fought against the greenskins, and then when you got towards the greenskins, some Necrons turned up, and then did Adeptus Mechanicus, I think. They also kind of turned up, and they did some things. They were just kind of like, hello, we are also here, so you can see us, but we're not going to fight you because, that'd be too much.
Yeah. Makes sense. So the full races are Necrons, Space Marines, Adeptus Mechanicus, and Orcs.
Yes.
Orcs.
Yes, with a K.
Interesting.
Because it's different.
Yes.
Fucking reason.
Because that is very different from...
It's a pretty good lineup, though.
It's not bad. It's strange, because I don't think like the Adeptus Mechanicus don't tend to turn up very much.
But they have some brand recognition now with Mechanicus.
I did think, we've got Space Marines that can, I thought it was going to be someone else entirely. Like, is Eldar? Is that another one? Or is that something else?
Yeah, they're space elves, yeah.
So I thought like it'd be someone like that. Then you'd have like 4 completely different ones. So I'll be curious to see how they make Space Marines and Adeptus Mechanicus differentiate from each other. I mean, you guys probably know in the lore that like Adeptus Mechanicus, well, actually, they are the much more scientifically based branch of the Space Marines.
This is what when you told me, and I was like, you were like, I don't know what the Adeptus Mechanicus are, and I was like, oh well, and I wrote this long, and you were just like, I don't care, to be honest, just don't bother to tell me. I was like, they're nerds, they're space nerds. And you're like, okay, that's fine, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, they worship toasters.
Yeah, I think I sent that meme image that's like, I'm not reading all that, but good for you, or I'm sorry that happened.
So I summarized it as the space nerds. At that point, you were.
They got such cool lore.
I know.
Getting maybe
they don't care.
Maybe getting brainwashed by a goddamn by a shard of a splintered god over on Mars.
Yeah,
they see the robots Necrons and they're like, those are fallen angels. They're so cool.
Yeah.
The Necrons goes like, they all look the same. I'm just going to shoot this one as well.
I listened to the Mechanicus Black Library Horus Heresy book, which sort of like goes into the whole Dragon of Mars thing, which is, love that stuff. So cool. But yeah.
See, the problem with me playing it is because I didn't play any of the others, like, I don't really know what's different. I can say that it was good. I've played Star Wars Forces of Corruption. That was like, it was kind of similar gameplay to that, but, 20 years later, or however long ago that game came out, it was kind of like Realms of Ruin, but not bad.
That I was going to say, how did it stack up against Realms of Ruin?
Larger scale was like the big thing that I noticed. Like the maps all felt very, not like overly huge where it's going to take you too long, but it wasn't like Realms of Ruin where like even the biggest maps are just like, oh, well, you can go over here, you can go over here, or you can go over here. And that was it. This was like, you can do that, but it's pretty big. I think like in the middle, there was a line of like 5 resource points. So if you want to get from one end to the other, it was quite a traipse.
Classic RTS maps.
Yeah. But it was very windy, amazing. It seemed like a pretty basic map. So I'd be excited to see some of the other ones. But yeah, definitely large in size. And then the army seemed quite large in scale. Like the orc units, they had like a little tiny unit with machine guns, and there was, I want to say, like 10 entities in it at least. And so, if you get 4 or 5 of those, you've got like 50 entities on the screen just for the orcs. And then, of course, the Space Marines are a bit more, conservative. They've got like 4 or 5, maybe 6.
I wonder what kind of scale they get on it. Are they going to be knights and gargants and stuff? I doubt it. It's probably just going to...
I mean, the most that I could see in the tech tree, I'm not very good at names. There was like a giant I could probably reinstall it, but I can't be asked. It was like 150 gigs.
Blimey.
But there was like I think maybe a Juggernaut or something. There was some big things to play with. And obviously, like if you see in the trailers, that's like cool. there's tanks and all sorts of things. Then the Necrons obviously had those. They had like a big Borg cube type thing that I had to get rid of because it kept spawning and teleporting in units. That was pretty cool.
The monolith.
Yeah.
Big like semi-pyramid thing with a big green crystal at the top.
I was really the worst choice to have played this. We should have sent another correspondent. I was like, the Necrons had a Borg cube, and they had them walkers
really
from
bad at shapes as well. Like goes into the square hole.
Did you see that Ice Cube War of the Worlds movie? They had some of those walkers. It was great. Yeah.
Oh yes, the what are they called? Crypto
Bros.
Crypto Bros. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sell you crypto.
Yeah. But
I love the Necrons.
I'm cautiously excited. Yeah, Necrons are obviously, the one that I'm most interested in because, correct me if I'm wrong, but Necron kind of sounds like some dead guys.
And
they are basically space undead, yes.
Yeah, Necrons have the same like lore issue that Nagash has. So every time they're represented in another book, they're like this mutable, just unstoppable horror machine that comes from the ground, and you can fight it, but it only delays it. It is beyond comprehension. Their technology is like magic. Then in their own books, they're just like these goddamn goblins. It's like, this is my now. And then he's like, run away in a portal. Another one's like, God damn him. And I will wait for you 100 years. I'll take it back.
Yeah, they kind of had this thing where when they first when Games Workshop sort of first had the idea of we want space undead, they kind of tried to make them very mysterious and unknowing, and they were kind of like, oh well, they're kind of you kind of got like a Nagash type character leading them, which were like the Catan, and then eventually they just went, oh, fuck it, they're just Space Tomb Kings, all right, that's all they are.
Yeah,
fine, that's what they are. That's basically what they are. If you just take Tomb Kings from Warhammer and just make them metal instead, that's what Necrons are. Literally that.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Not complaining.
The Infinite Diviner is hilarious.
Yes, I love that book. It's genuinely so that bit, because it's set over like thousands of years on the same planet, and when they go there one time and accidentally save it from a orc invasion, and then the next time they go back, they're like walking through the city that's now being built up, and they look at this big statue, which is supposedly of a space marine, but they go, "Does that look like us?" Because it looks a lot like, and basically these Imperials have just seen what they think is a space marine, but actually is a Necron, and made a statue to a Necron thousands of years ago because they saved them from orcs. And it's just
fantastic book. Yeah. I try to explain that to someone else who isn't into Warhammer. Like, oh, what are you reading right now? I was like, well, it's a book about robots that are 50 million years old, and they have technology is almost like magic. And like, oh, is it about like war and stuff? Like, there's a lot of war in the galaxy. There's a lot of like grim dark. That's where like the universe that's spawned the term grim dark. It's like, oh, is it like a lot of horror stuff? No, they're bickering mostly. They're like like two old men that hasn't really evolved that far.
It really is a book about an old gay married couple that don't like each other very much, but sort of stick together anyway. It's literally that, just with ancient alien robots that look like the Terminator.
Yeah, or like two neighbors that hated each other, and now like they've been bickering for 50 million years with resources far beyond our comprehension.
It sounds like Bert and Ernie is what you're describing.
Yeah.
It's literally that. It's literally Bert and Ernie, which is friggin' great, which is why it's probably the best. Everyone always says it's the best like Black Library book, and with good reason.
You're talking about the Black Library, and I'm just reading up the fact sheet here. There'll be 70 campaign missions, which is quite a lot across 4 campaigns.
There's gonna be 70 books about this game.
Yeah, there's gonna be 70 books.
Standard.
It's gonna be another Horus Heresy.
A shorter one. Yeah, 70 campaign missions, which you can play by yourself or with a friend. So we'll have to, take turns on who's the friend. And it's going to be a story crafted by John French, who apparently is a Black Library author. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Oh,
he's supposed to be one of the better ones that everybody likes.
Okay, that's good.
When they first said that, like, oh, John French is doing, I was like, that's like saying somebody's like James Workshop, isn't it? Like, I don't know, like, is that a nickname or something? Like, oh yeah, John French.
What's he done?
Aside from
it's like Gary Purple Car.
Aside from Agents of the Throne, that's good.
So aside from the campaign, you've also got The Last Stand, which I assume this is something from previous games where you take a last stand somewhere and just survive as long as possible.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. Skirmish modes, obviously, cool. If you're a Realms of Ruin fan, or multiplayer. No mention of a PvE galactic conquest from Force of whatever the corruption, that Star Wars game. I always forget the name of it.
Yeah. So no battle map like Dawn of War.
I will say
that's a big selling point.
I will say this has been developed by King Art Games, who made Iron Harvest, and they made the world map, aka that, for Iron Harvest like over a year after the game came out. So just because it isn't there now doesn't mean it won't ever be in there in the future. Also, knowing that dev, they know how to make good battles with mechs. Iron Harvest is essentially like 40k, but like World War One. There's just mechs and shit everywhere. It's pretty cool. And the campaign story was pretty good.
I mean, 70 campaign missions does sound good. As long as the campaign maps are like nicely crafted and aren't just skirmish maps repurposed into... Yeah,
Realms of Ruin definitely ran into that, where like, this campaign is fine, the story is fine, but can I not do another fucking skirmish? It's pissing me off. But yeah, there's going to be loads. I think they said like 40 minutes of cutscenes or something somewhere. I'm trying to find the exact numbers.
Blimey.
Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of lore. So if you care about lore and you're a gigantic nerd, then you'll be happy. And then lastly, it seems like map maker and army painter, which two things that what Warhammer game could benefit from that, I wonder.
The map maker is really
amazes
cool
me
as well
they
for
didn't.
games like that.
Yeah, I like games having tools like that. I will never use them, and I will probably never use maps made by them, but I'm glad they exist for other people who do that thing.
Somebody has to oil up the hinges on the door.
Our bathroom door is so squeaky. I'm sorry.
What is that? A haunted house?
But yeah, this is coming 2026. I don't know when. 2026. That's all the info that we have. So playing it now, I mean, it didn't seem ready, obviously, going off the performance. But yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic, I would say, given the reputation that it has. And it always makes me laugh when they say, we know that we made mistakes with Dawn of War 3, so I want to go back to the roots of Dawn of War 1, which is basically saying we want to make a game that people like, and we're not going to try and recreate the game that people didn't like. Like, no shit. Yeah, what we want to do is we want to go back to Dawn of War 3 and really make that again, because people fucking hate that.
I mean, if they just took Dawn of War 1 and added like the RPG elements of Dawn of War 2, I think you'd basically have the Dawn of War that everyone was like, this is amazing. And then you could just have DLC packs that add in like really big units and people would lap it up.
What was the
and yet for some reason
the RPG stuff like?
So in Dawn of War 2, you kind of had you had your character. You could pick. Trying to remember what it was like. You could pick your different characters. So for example, if you play Space Marines, you could have your like commander guy, but you could also pick like a librarian and a chaplain, and you could equip them with different equipment. And if you like won a battle, you would get equipment that you could equip to them, and it was all like, you know, you had the green, which was fine, and then you had the blue, which was better, and then you had the purple, which was the best, as is, you know, we know how the color system works in all games, but you could basically find upgrades and different weapons and stuff, and it would equip them with different stuff. The only problem was that it was very Medal of Honor style. Is it Medal of Honor? COH? I can't remember. Anyway, the
Company of Heroes.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Whereby you only had a few squads on the battlefield at any one time. So it was much more small scale. So there's a lot of people that really like the RPG stuff, but wanted the more larger scale battles, which you just kind of like, those two bits picked together. You just take those two, make them kiss, and then the baby is beautiful and people will pay lots of money for it.
Well, you reminded me that over the course of this battle, my guys got XP, and then I could, like on the commander, you could, you know, select from a few abilities. It wasn't like a full skill tree or anything. There weren't any horizontal scroll bars unfortunately.
Nice.
But like you could do that.
You
could
guys see they mentioned me on the Total War stream thanks to this.
But yeah, you could switch weapons on your units as well, like the jetpack guys, interceptors or whatever they're called. They could have chainswords or they could have hammers. And obviously one of those is better versus armor, one's better versus infantry. And then for your gunners, you have the same thing. And yeah, there was a lot of like tweaking of units that I really liked. Instead of just like making the unit and then making them all better, you could like really tweak, right? So these interceptors are going to be for my infantry, and then these interceptors, they're going to go for the enemy armor or whatever. I really did enjoy that. And everyone having active abilities, even though it was a bit stressful to try and use them all.
I am cautiously optimistic, although I really hate the fact there is no like campaign map.
Yeah,
like going on.
Repeatable PvE thing. I get why, because it's quite a, to my mind, it seems like if you want to do it right, it will be quite a lot of work. So you might want to like see how the game does first before introducing it. But I don't know, if you got like a 70 mission campaign, it's like, how long is that going to take you? Like each mission isn't going to take you 10 minutes, is it?
I would argue that a 70 mission campaign is going to take significantly longer than putting together. Maybe I'm wrong, but that feels like that's going to take more work. And it feels like if you could do either one or the other, maybe do the one that's replayable rather than the campaign, which people are going to probably play through once. But
I mean, yeah.
If they add it later, that's fine.
We'll see. I have a relative faith in King Art. I'm not really sure what else they've done since Dawn of War 4. I would have to double check. It's been developed in Unity. I'm just reading off the fact sheet. But yeah, seems good. Seems exciting. So here's cautious optimism for that. Would anyone else like to take us away in the next one?
I'm really hyped for Dawn of War 4 as well. Like I just went through Dawn of War 1 and just played that to like for a week or so. That was, I mean, just great. It's just nice seeing that they got the scales right this time because, I mean, that's an old and janky game anyway.
Am I right in hearing that they did a recent patch which changed the screen movement keys from the arrow keys to WASD?
Did they?
Well, this is what Josh said on the Total War stream. So, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's life changing." Because I'm going to be honest, the number of times I go to move the screen and accidentally go for an attack move or something.
Like, the muscle memory is so bad when you try and play something without it.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, "Oh my god, if they've changed that, that's amazing. That's immense." So I don't know, either that or Josh is a big fat dirty liar.
Yeah. No, they actually did watch the camera because everybody was complaining about that, but I was just sitting there like, but like this is how it used to be. This is what
now, you remaster, you make changes to things, and that's one of the changes they made. And I'm like, thank God.
Oh, it's secondary as well. So you press Shift and then WASD. So that's really cool. So you have to hold Shift for WASD while moving the camera. That's really clever.
Compromise.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Like that's that really like it's fantastic they're actually kind of like doing such quick changes, so that's really cool. But yeah, Dawn of War 1, absolutely fantastic game still.
Yeah,
it just still holds up.
It is on my list. I do want to check it out.
It is very old, and you can definitely tell when the Inquisitor is standing next to Space Marine. The Space Marine is like looking right up to him, like almost like this. And then
oh my goodness, you're tall.
Yeah. And then a Dreadnought comes around and he's like just a slightly bit taller. You know, things like that.
Well, it means they just absolutely nailed the sizing on the actual miniatures, which also made no sense.
Yeah, Dawn of War 4 seemed to be pretty much a fit stats.
Do you want to keep us with a 40k, Fred? I know there was one you were excited about.
Mechanicus 2?
Oh yeah, but I thought that was more your thing because I only have like one Mechanicus story, and I don't know if I've told that one.
I've never.
But I got
played
like
Mechanicus, good things.
I got like super early press access to Mechanicus 1. I'm like so thankful for that. It was so cool. It was one of the first times I got that. Like, yeah, you can stream this entire thing. I was like, oh, that's great. It's like an alpha build basically, and we streamed that for like 4 hours or something. And then it crashed. I was like, all right, well, it's an alpha. That'll happen. And then I was like, oh, no auto saves at all. Because they haven't built that in yet. So it was like, my heart, it hurts, and I'm just going to end for today. Good day.
Oof.
But Mechanicus is, very much looking forward to that one. So many games from Gamescom I'm looking forward to.
I'm super stoked about Mechanicus too, just because. Can you play as the Necrons this time round? As well as.
They're supposed to be there, and the Voton as well, right?
And the voter, yes. Because it's basically XCOM.
Which are capitalist space dwarves run by an AI.
Yes.
So they're basically coming down to the planets like, hello, this is our planet now. You may leave. This has been a negotiation. It has been very nice for you to meet you. You have 3 hours. Good day. Then like this giant thing just comes around and just mulches the planets.
I still don't like them as much as the squats, the old space dwarves. I know that technically they are the squats, but it's just something about space dwarf bikers that really did it for me. And the Votan just kind of like, I don't know.
That's how it is with retcons. You always go like, I liked it better before, but you just got to give it a chance. And then you're fully in the right to hate it. Just gonna try it first.
Fair. Yeah, to be honest, that was the Mechanicus 2 was basically the only game I came out of Gamescom, well, apart from Dawn of War 4, obviously, that I came out going, oh, that looks interesting.
I've definitely gotten to the point in my life where I get hyped for things, but then if they're disappointing, I don't actually give a shit. If they're like disappointing, I'm like, yeah, well, okay, and then I should move on with my life.
That's the best way to live.
I'm happy with it. There's a lot of cool games from Gamescom. Are you guys excited for anything non-Warhammer related?
Obviously, the new Resident Evil seems pretty cool. But the one that surprised me was that new Lego Batman game looks kind of sick.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it looks really good because the Skywalker Saga is like legit a great game as well.
Like, I know this is... If you know if it's tangents, then why are you here, honestly? You should have... You click over to the next chapter. Batman time. Yeah, it looks... To my knowledge, isn't it basically Skywalker Saga? So it's Batman in like a Gotham that's apparently bigger than Arkham Knight's Gotham, and then you play through all the movies, apart from Snyderverse.
It might be like that because they also have the Arkham Combat as well.
Yeah.
Free flow combat, which is really cool.
Like, insanely great idea. I can't wait to play as Patterson Batman and beat the shit out of a criminal so that everyone's scared of me as a Lego man.
I mean, for those of you who haven't played the Lego games like Skywalker Saga and like the new ones, like they're legitimately like have good game mechanics. Yeah, it's literally people who are good at making games. It's just that it looks like Lego.
Yeah, Lego games have been around like since they're on the. I have like 6 versions of Lego Star Wars. I have a Game Boy Advance one. I have it on the PS2. I have 2 versions on the DS, and then I have like 2 versions on Steam, including Lego Skywalker Saga. And it's like they've elevated so much to being like, oh, these are like kind of cool collectathons for kids. Like, no, this is a genuinely really good game with funny writing, great voice acting, great gameplay. So yeah, I'm exceedingly excited for that Batman game.
Yeah, you can definitely tell like the Skywalker Saga, for example, had like a lot of Star Wars nerds writing for us. Like they nailed the humor for us. It's really good.
I love Lego humor. It's just, it never gets old. It's just always funny. Like, oh, I know this film, and then something will happen, and then there'll just be a good bit. Like someone will be rooting around for something and like pulling out fish bones and like referential Lego bricks. It's brilliant. It's just fun. And isn't that what games are supposed to be?
No, they're supposed to be sweaty. Oh. That's what I've learned. You play your Elden Ring like I want you to, and then if you don't, that's cheese, and you didn't really win it. Use the game mechanic, cheese.
Yeah, I used magic in Elden Ring. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I went pure Unga Bunga, but
magic is. But I think magic is like the noob build because you can deal magic. You can deal magic damage from a distance, and a lot of. I think a lot of like earlier units that are kind of tough are kind of weak to magic.
Yeah.
Right. So it's only legit if you manage to kill the end boss with a pot on your head and completely naked.
Yes.
With a samurai sword.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, you have to do it with a naked character that never levels up, and you have to do it on dance mats.
I remember I saw a Reddit post of someone that's like, "Oh, I did my first level 0 run," and everyone was like, "Well, whilst this isn't a level 0 because they picked one of the start classes that automatically starts you at level 8." The guy was like, all right then. And then he just did it again, but with an actual level 0. And I was like, all right, you got this. Elden Ring fans.
I think you'll find that you didn't actually do it.
Souls fans are crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's got a lot better over the years. Monsters, have you got any particular game you're excited by? Or are you just kind of hoping that we'll provide the Souls?
Because I'll rattle off so many games.
I'll be apart from Dawn of War and Mechanicus 2, I was very much like I guess maybe Heroes of Might and Magic, which I think is that being done by Hooded Horse? Did I?
Yeah, they're publishing it, right?
I think so. That, or maybe it was a different Heroes of Might and Magic. I can't remember. I think there was a Heroes of Might and Magic in there. I was like, oh, I quite like Heroes of Might and Magic. I'll probably never get around to playing it, but I'm glad it exists. And yeah, apart from that, I was kind of like, like Anno looks good. I like an Anno game.
Oh, I got to play Anno.
Oh, did you? Oh, well, there we go, Mr.
Yeah, I'm kind of tight with Ubisoft. All right, I'm tight with Ubisoft. We're best pals.
You get all the stuff. So is it good?
It's
cool.
Is Anno. It is very Anno. So the demo was an hour, which if you've played Anno before, an hour is basically nothing. It's
that's literally gives you first. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was speed running through as hard as possible. And you have 2 options. You could play in. I always forget the first region's name, but it's essentially Rome. It's like a Roman island, and then you can play in Albion. I of course chose Albion because that was the new place, and it's pretty good. It's an economic hell. It is horrendous. I just was burning through cash money constantly. Could be because I'm bad at the game, but could also be because Albion is meant to be your secondary region supported by Rome, which will hopefully be making money at this point. But it has some new systems in it, which, you know, for the Anno-holics out there.
That's good. Is that a thing? That's Anno-holics?
Yeah, that's actually a thing that is used in social media's posting. That's not me.
If you just come up with that on the spot, then
no.
Kudos.
I definitely did not.
I was just thinking when you said some Roman island, I was just thinking like some Sicilian sitting there like being so angry.
Yeah, it's just a fucking island off Italy. Who cares? But yeah. Normally in Anno 1800, when you like level up your citizens, you just level them up in a linear way. You go from villagers to workers to aristocrats to whatever, etc. In Albion, you got the choice to level them up from, again, I can't remember the names, but essentially you're based here, and then you can choose to either go the Roman route or the Celtic route. And the Celtic route has its specific set of needs, and it does better for your faith, which is a new system they've introduced. And so with more faith, you can unlock new upgrades from your specific deity. Or if you go the knowledge route, knowledge is also a new mechanic, and that feeds into your research. So then you can unlock things like building improvements, whole new buildings, etc., etc. So it really depends where you want to go. And I believe you can choose this per island. And I think when you get to the next tier, you can then like start building both of them. So it's an interesting system that I don't think I've seen before, and an interesting logistical challenge to get all those needs met, and I'm very excited to play more.
That does sound good.
That's cool, yeah. I just felt like how can they evolve the gameplay from Anno 1800?
Yeah, that is everyone's concern, I think, because Anno 1800, I don't know what's in my throat, but it's upsetting me. Apologies. I'm just getting so emotional talking about Anno, I love it so much. Yeah, Anno 1800 is at this point, if you get the complete edition of Anno 1800, if you wanted to experience every single thing, I think you could probably play a single save for upwards of 300 hours. If you were playing at a reasonable speed and weren't just like speedrunning to min-max everything, as like an average player, you could easily get upwards of 300 hours. It's just so deep. And so the concern that there is with Anno 117, it's 700 years in the past. How far can it realistically go? I need to take a drink. Someone fill the gap.
I'm just really focused on seeing the reflection from Master's monitor on what he's scrolling past.
I was just trying to work out what other games there were at Gamescom. I was like, did I miss anything? But I don't think I did.
Yeah. So where can you go?
Yeah, space, the last place not corrupted by capitalism.
A lot of Romans banging hammers on the side of a wooden rocket ship.
Yeah.
Strap some bronze to it, it'll be fine.
There's probably some conspiracy theorist out there who's like, yeah, they had rockets. It's just ancient civilizations. They were smarter or maybe stupider. I don't know.
Yeah. So there's that concern. And then there's an introduction of land combat. So you can now build walls and towers and recruit units and send those off. And I want to see how it works, because it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be like good, in which case it's like, well, this isn't really a combat game. So I suppose it's good. It has good combat, but at the same time, it's going to be a bit weird. Or it's bad, in which case that's worse. Like I just don't really see how it can fit without making Anno into more of a combat-focused game, and that's not really what Anno is to me.
Yeah, because if it has like strategy elements, then if you're really good at strategy, obviously you're going to have like a really, big advantage over people who only want to do the macro builds.
Yeah, like
because just fielding less armies when winning more is going to give you way more money.
Yeah, in 1800, like there is combat, but it's generally an economic game. Like the easiest way to beat someone is to just buy shares in their island until you claim it. And that's just by like making shitloads of money. Or you can build ships, which is essentially just the same thing. Like you just need shitloads of money. And then you send those off, and the combat is extremely basic, but it's essentially who can afford the best military. It's rarely who can command it the best, because like commanding ships in Anno amounts to, I will select all my ships and I will right click on this harbor, and they may win or they may not.
Command and conquer method of RTS.
Yeah, it's the me playing Total War, and I've just given up. I just Control A and right click.
The Beastman runs Control A, right click.
Control A, right click, go make a sandwich. The battle is over. Yeah, but apart from those two, I'm excited. I love Anno, and I've enjoyed it so far. So I'm cautiously excited. I'm cautiously optimistic twice in one. I think that's the best way to be, because then it's without committing to being actually excited. Because if you do that, you leave yourself open to disappointment.
Yeah, it's so easy. So easy for games to hype you up and then drop you from a great height these days.
Yeah, I used to have my parachute with me, so I just like run up the hype train and hype mountain, and then it's like, no problem, go down next mountain. Don't care. It's too many games now anyway to get caught up in just one.
Yeah.
I'm just having a little scrolly.
I watched a couple of things that I was pretty hyped about, like Valor Fortis, which is basically first person. It's like Vermintide, but you fight
it's Napoleon,
French, Napoleonic monsters.
You fight the French, Jesus.
I mean, the last boss is basically like going as Napoleon. Yeah, you guys are British. You're like, there's also the PVKK, the
I can't wait for that. That looks so cool.
Kanonenkommandant, which seems really cool. Yeah, that looks really, really cool.
I remember when I saw that announced, like I saw like an ad for it on Twitter or something. I was like, what the fuck is this? Because the tweet was just the name, because it's so goddamn long. It's genius.
Yeah. It's just such a good title, like in the end, because it gets so unique. But also there's the new Onimusha game, which is really cool. I don't know if anyone played those when they were younger.
I did not, but this looks like very fun. Looks like Sekiro, but not hard.
Yeah, basically that. Yeah, but they're really cool. They're really wonky as well. In like the third one, you go into modern day Paris, and what is it called? Jean Reno or whatever. It's like a cop in it as well, and it's just great. So you'll have like your samurai sword. He just has like an Uzi, which the French police apparently had or something.
There was a bit
There's
more
also
about Outer Wilds 2, which looks interesting.
Yeah. Hopefully they fix the combat more in that one, because combat in that game was like, it was an all right game, but the combat wasn't that great. Like it's like a 7 out of 10 game.
So like Fallout New Vegas.
Fallout New Vegas is you know what? I'm not gonna poke that beehive.
I played Fallout New Vegas after Outer Wilds, and they feel like the same. Like the RPG is more deep in New Vegas, but like the combat is basically the same level of jank.
Yeah.
I found you down there in the hole you keep digging.
I don't care.
Amazing.
Fallout New Vegas is, in my opinion, Fallout New Vegas is super overrated. It's a good game, but it's not like this messiah of masterpiece.
Overrated. Just
it was
super
made
overrated.
It was made in 18 months. Can you tell?
I'm not taking that into account. If I took that into account, I'd be like, oh, well, you know, this Total War DLC, it was only made in 10 minutes by 6 people. It's good. No, it's shit.
Just imagine, it was made in 18 months. That's like the DLC cycle now for Total War.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So Tides of Torment needs to be as good as Fallout New Vegas. Low bar. I'll stop. Here's the Storm is better for Fallout New Vegas.
There's also the Indiana Jones DLC coming out. Also a really cool game. Really like one of the best Indiana Jones movies you can play.
That is genuinely one of the most, not the best games, but the most enjoyable games I've played in a long time. It's just fun.
I think that was probably the best game I played that year. It didn't win my game of the year, but it was the best game. It was the best, most well-made game for sure.
Yeah, I played it over Christmas and it was perfect. And also made me realize that Harrison Ford is like Indiana Jones era Harrison Ford is like, that's a good looking man right there.
It's like Matt Mercer that does the voice, right? He does such a good indie. He's so good.
It's crazy.
And then the Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out. Maybe this one, like most of us, can get past like level 1 or something like that. Because people will be like, oh, From Soft games are so hard. People play Ninja Gaiden, it's like, Yeah. See, Monsters knows what's up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, people think Dark Souls is hard. They didn't play like fucking platformers back in 1995.
Honestly, I played
Half-Life
Half-Life 1 and I was like,
hard.
oh my God. I played Half-Life 1 and I was like, Elden Ring ain't got nothing on this. It's just, old games just don't give a shit. They will happily get you stuck in a place where you cannot win. And just like, well,
yeah,
new game's right there, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think Dark Souls is hard? You don't have a fucking clue what Dizzy was like. That egg had a mind of its own, trust me.
And I've done a lot of Throwback Thursdays, and like I was replaying older games, and Jesus Christ, difficulty levels were really like, you can do this however you want to. You can do it your way. There's a multitude of avenues you can build defense, attack, and stuff like that. Or you can do the right way, which you can win on. It's like, what? Looking at you, Stronghold. Like, some of those levels get so crazy. We're just going back to Warcraft 3. I was playing Warcraft 3, played everything on the hardest, the entire base campaign. Went into Frozen Throne. Went in like first mission. The first mission was like, I was trying to fight it. It's like,
you make me think of a great German bit where it's like, where are they going to go from Belania? It's just going to be like some arms come out your monitor and choke you out when you're playing.
Buy me dinner first, Jesus.
Bit of a weird one that I want to talk about is the Halloween. The Friday the 13th game developer is making a Halloween game. Do you guys remember the Friday the 13th game?
Yeah, it was like Dead by Daylight, but not as good.
You know,
Wow.
I'm gonna defend it a little bit because it was kind of like it was good. It had like different objectives on how to get away. It was unbalanced as all shit. It made Jason unbeatable as he kind of should be. Killers in Dead by Daylight are kind of just like, oh no, please come in, let me kill you. And then like, you know, a load of people just cyberbully them into depression. But I think they've done this. And then I think it's also been developed by the people that made the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, which suffered the same fate of being like really good for like doing really well for like a few months and then completely dropping off the face of the earth and ceasing all development. And they're just doing it again. Like, how do they keep getting the rights to do this?
They're very cheap. It's Halloween we're talking about. We're not talking about like, you know, Lord of the Rings here or anything like that.
Yeah.
You just be Gollum and you just chase a bunch of hobbits that are going to strangle.
Me and my friends played a lot of the Texas Chainsaw game. It was quite fun, but it was just like, it was so bullshit. Like, if we all played Killer and we communicated, it was impossible to win. Like, we all just got to like max rank and then we're like, oh, okay, well, what do we do now? Play someone else, I guess, and then we just never went back. So,
which one was the first like asymmetrical team game where it's like 4 versus 1? Was that like Evolve or something?
It might be Evolve, yeah.
I was going to say Evolve, yeah.
There's also that Predator game that again was apparently good, but no one played it. This keeps happening with horror franchises.
Isn't that still active?
I'm not entirely sure. I remember seeing the trailers for Evolve and thinking that looks cool as hell, and no one played it. I don't know how Dead by Daylight has managed to like latch on with its generic ass gameplay.
I mean, like 200 players almost last 24 hours on Predator Hunting Grounds.
Positively bumping. Hop on, guys.
Jesus.
It's more than Realms of Ruin is after like a month.
I think Dead by Daylight is basically because it keeps updating. Like, it always seems like there's new stuff going on with it. And that's what keeps people engaged. The problem is if you go, we're going to do something every month.
Yeah, so I suppose the limit that a lot of these put themselves in is like, all right, so it's Texas Chainsaw. Like, I mean, there's a lot of Texas Chainsaw movies, but there's Leatherface, there's Grandpa, there's a few other people. You run out, like, your bench isn't very deep. Whereas if you do Dead by Daylight, it can be anyone.
Yeah, it's always going to be in Texas. There's always going to be a chainsaw. Like, there's no way you can really kind of like break out that box. Whereas Dead by Daylight, you could do all kinds of shit. They're always like adding new.
Yeah, so they had new killers, they had new survivors. They don't have new fucking mechanics to that game for like 10 years. Please, just anything other than generators, please. Just let me like pick lock a door. I don't mind if it's the same. Sorry, if it's the same mini game. I just want.
Do you really want
else.
do you really want like a door pick mini game like in Skyrim?
I don't want that. I just want like something other than repairing generators. I got so bored of it. It's like, oh, what am I going to do on this map? Look for a generator and repair it or run away. Exciting.
Skyrim has the best lockpicking mechanic in any video game. That's why it should be copied everywhere. Everything else is so much worse.
It's hard to disagree. It's really
I
hard
say
to
hot
disagree.
take, so I cover my bases.
I played the
both
Oblivion
sides,
remake
I always win.
for 10 minutes, and it has worse lockpicking than Skyrim. I prefer Skyrim's minigame.
Which game did you say?
The Oblivion remake.
Worse? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what I did? I just went to the fences, and then I would just be like, 100 lockpicks, please. And I would just do that every week to the different phase. Yeah, and then I would just be like, now I will lockpick this one. And people in chat was like, what is it doing? I was like, oh, the lockpick. Just break 30 of them. And it's like, I don't even care. Look how much I level up. They're like, I don't think that's how you're supposed to play it. I was like, they don't weigh anything. Like, I can carry as many as I want to.
So you became the most powerful man on the planet just by failing at lockpicking.
I mean, you could make it easier. Just go get the skeleton key at like level 11 or something, and you just have like an unbreakable lockpick, and you can just do that, and just without doing the whole going and buying it. But that was my little balancing mechanic.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Every week, 100 lockpicks, please. It's like, oh, business is going good. It's like, let's leave.
Oh my god, he's so bright.
Yeah, it's getting dark.
I can see your unfinished minis behind you.
No, don't look.
A pile of shame. It glares at us.
No. So shameful. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I was really particularly excited about. So,
well, speaking of pile of shame, I bet Paradox is thinking about it's going to be nice to finally release Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, because that's been out for a while.
Oh my god, did you hear what they did?
Yes.
Oh my god, talk about like one of the worst like business decisions that I've seen in a while. Like, way to just nuke any form of good faith. So, Fred, would you let folks know if they're not aware?
So basically what they did is that they put a lot of the main clans into DLC, like Toreador and Venture or something like that. I can't remember exactly which one, but two of the really main ones. And people were like, but you're supposed to roleplay. How can you put those as pre-order DLC? Like, that's insane. And everybody just went really angry. So they have backed off on that and said that they're going to reevaluate and see what they're going to do, whatever that means.
And that means we're going to wait for
people
to forget about it and do it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like, if anything, it's created a lot of buzz. And if it's just, if they now get everything, then that's probably good, I suppose.
I did see someone list out a bunch of things that were in the original Bloodlines that won't be in Bloodlines 2. And it did feel like a bit like they're cutting. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but it just felt like they're going to cut of heart out.
You can't even play as a Malkavian, right? Because Malkavian was like in that era of video games where they would put in a completely like different dialogue if you played something else. So Bloodlines 2 you could play as somebody a vampire bloodline that is insane. There is like, it's just insane. You will just talk about, someone say, hello, would you like a cup of coffee? You start talking about the moon and stuff like that. You would just
have a conversation with the traffic lights, can't you?
Yeah, a stop sign. So you just go walk down the street, and then like the stop sign will just be like, and just say stop, and you're like, what? Where can I go then? Now? Just keep on doing that. Or you think that the TV's talking to you, but in your hallucinations it does. So you're trying to go out of your apartment, and the TV, the newscaster is going like, "Hey, you, you. What do you think you're doing?" And then he just starts talking nonsense to you as well, and just being crazy. And you
can't play as Grendel either, can you? The really ugly ones that have to travel underground.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. That's it. Yeah.
So wow, getting up that Beowulf lore instead, the Grendels. The troll. He has a naked wrestle. Like basically everyone responds differently to you if you're a Malkavian, because every single one of your dialogue officers will also be crazy, and they'll be like, "What the heck are you talking about?" "Oh, right, you're a Malkavian." Yeah, I don't know. Just go into taxi and they'll take you there. And they just do that. Same as Arcanum. I don't know if you guys ever played that one, but you can make a half ogre that only had 2 intelligence. And you would have different dialogue in everything. So basically, the game starts with you falling down, surviving a Zeppelin crash. And then somebody comes around in like a cloak and things like, oh my God, I'm in this religion and we believe that you are the chosen one. This is exactly what the omens foretold and you are the chosen one. And everybody else, if you have a normal character, they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm on. Let's go and see what it is you want, like it's, or at least just take me to shelter and food or anything. But if you're that stupid dude, you'll be like, okali dokali, and you'll just follow them and they'll be like, oh my God, the chosen one is an idiot. No, and he has this existential meltdown. And if you're going to go have a quest, just go and buy a book or anything like that, the bookkeeper will be like, yeah, that's 10,000 gold, buddy, instead of like 50. And you'll be like, okali dokali, I guess I have to pay that. Just get swindled all the time. It's just grace. That's not going to be in the game though, apparently. So
to be honest, it's been kind of in development hell for a while now, hasn't it?
I think at this point, most people are probably just like, I'm just kind of grateful that we get anything.
I remember the first time I talked to Paradox, and I was really hype about it. Was 2018 when I contacted them because it was almost done.
That's rough.
Yeah. I really hope that when it comes out, it's everything that people want. However, I've got a sneaky suspicion it's going to be a hot pile of garbage.
I think it probably won't be a hot pile of garbage. I think it'll probably just be mid. It'll be like fine.
I think
the problem is that will be a hot pile because people will immediately go, Bloodlines was amazing. What is this shit? If it's not anywhere near as good as Bloodlines, it's just going to be reviled, unfortunately.
I think it's going to be a 7 out of 10 game, and people are definitely going to hate on that, and I'm just going to enjoy it and play through it anyway.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, if it's a 7 out of 10 game, the problem is I think if Bloodlines didn't exist, I think people would be like, wow, this is really good. But because there is that baseline, it's always going to be compared. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I don't know why they call it even Bloodlines 2, because the first one was called like Redemption, Vampire the Masquerade Redemption, and then it was Bloodlines. Now it's like Bloodlines 2.
Yeah.
That would be like Batman the Dark Knight Returns 2 instead of just a new title.
Is the Redemption the one that starts off in the olden days and then becomes...
Yeah, Christoph.
Yeah. Oh, God, the first battle in that is so hard.
Dude, I talk about this story so often on stream. Now imagine, it's 1999. We're younger and we just got in this game. Back in those days where games didn't release with bugs. It was bugged, the first boss. He had 10 times the amount of health that he was supposed to have.
So hard.
So you, in an RPG, that's really hard. But you could cheese it by standing inside the door or something like that. Or you wait for a month.
I think that's eventually how I did it, was standing in the door, because you weren't even a vampire at that point. You were just like a knight.
Yeah.
And you had to go and... Yeah, you had to fight this boss, and he was just absolutely cracked. And I died again and again. And I just kept... Every so often I'd try this game out, because it was just one of those games. You go, I think I got it on like a compilation of different games, like 50 best games or whatever. And every so often I'd be like, oh, I'll try that one again, because vampires sound cool. And I couldn't become a vampire. And as soon as you get past that bit, suddenly you open up into having like I think you like fall asleep or something, or get staked, and then you wake up in the modern age, and then you get AK-47s and shit. And what a revelation! But
I remember it was pretty cool. But the point is that games were released pretty buggy all the time. Back in those days, you had to wait like a month with your new game. Just to go buy the next PC gamer that had a little disc with demos and patches.
Yeah. And if you then like 2 years later wanted to install the game again, you had to go and try and hope to God you still had the disc with the patch on it.
Yeah.
God, what a world.
Good times.
What a world.
Something else I'm excited for. But I'm a bit worried about now is the silent. I mean, I was worried about the whole time. Silent Hill F. Yeah, semi-recently played.
That feels like way more actiony, right?
Yeah, I semi-recently played 2, and obviously it's fantastic. But like F, I swear I saw something that said it's gonna have like Souls-like boss battles, and I was like, why?
Aren't you like a little Japanese schoolgirl or something?
Yeah.
Just going in there like with an iron pipe or something, and it's like, oh, health bar comes on. Go for the knees, Kronk.
Yeah, I hope that it was a mistranslation or I misinterpreted it, but why? Why would anyone want that? But yeah, as with
I
all
can tell you
Silent
why,
Hill,
because there's some executive somewhere who's been like, those games sell like hotcakes. Let's slap the boss battles in there because that's what everyone loves, and then they'll all buy the game.
but like, I mean, everything else like that side, Silent Hill games are like a coin flip of whether they're going to be like absolute cinema or one of the worst things that has ever existed. So I'm excited to find out which, because either way, it's going to be fun.
What was it? PT, the demo thing, was that a Silent Hill? Okay.
Was PT Silent Hill? Or was it just adjacent?
I just remember people being very excited about it, and then they did nothing about it. And then I couldn't remember what it was. I've never actually played a Silent Hill game. My mum has. My mum loves the Silent Hill games, but I have never played them.
PT was 2014. Yes, Silent Hills is a psychological horror game developed by Kojima. Yeah.
Yes, Kojima.
Yes. And everyone loved that. And then they're like, okay, you love it? Shot it in the back of the head.
Fuck you.
Right. Anything else from Gamescom or? Well done.
Kingdom Come 2, Legacy of the Forge got a new DLC. What is that? Like 3 DLCs now in 1 year. Crazy. The Cult of the Lamb is getting a new DLC as well. That's always fun.
Oh, I love Cult of the Lamb.
Playing with viewers saying like, haha, you got the thing where you want to eat poop all the time, poop eater, and then you just bully them. It's always fun.
Nice.
There was loads of stuff. Honestly, like you could list things for like 25 minutes.
Yeah, but I think those are the things that I was mainly hyped for. At least there was a lot of stuff though, but we can't go chasing those because I mean, like today we're recording it at a different time, so we are doing it at the end of the day. If you guys are thinking like, wow, their energy is just they seem really tired and old and haggard, it's because we're doing it in the evening instead.
Yeah.
So usually we record in the mornings when everyone's fresh, but today we were like, oh, you know what? Fred is gonna play that patch on stream all the time, so he needs the watch time or something.
Yeah, at least someone can play the fucking patch.
Speaking of the patch, is it any good? Is this the quality of life update? Because it's the 28th of August. There's not a lot of days left in August if they want to do this quality of life update for Lizardmen and Tomb Kings.
Yeah, this is the quality of life updates for Tomb Kings and Lizardmen. 6.3 was out. They were supposed to release today, but thanks to crashes on AMD GPUs, they have opted into putting it as a beta branch you can opt into.
So what are the quality of life changes? Because I skimmed over the patch notes and it didn't seem like a lot.
Okay, so I can name these fairly quickly, I guess. All the Tomb Kings got their books, so they got changed places, so they're a little bit closer. Tomb Kings also got new... they got all their big monsters back, like Cetra got his War Kitty, Kalita got the Bone Giants, Katep got his Hero Titan, and Arcan got his Scorpion. They also fixed up so that the pyramids are actually really good. Technologies are really cool. You get more money. You get more canopic jars. Everybody got like a little bit of different things. Like Kalita now has 4 armor piercing plus 1 unit penetration on archers, which is crazy. And there's just a bunch of stuff that changed with them. They also got the Nekaran decrease, which means that it's basically like the Dark Elf ones where but instead of slaves, you use canopic jars. So you say like, oh, now I want 1,500. You click that button, engaging gameplay. And then the Lizardmen got also new faction mechanics. Well, faction effects. They got some new skill points. All traits, all generic traits are also been redone, so they're actually really good now. Like Determined is actually good. Intelligence gives you a bunch of cool stuff. Traits in general are just way good. They did forget to put in anything for the Lizardmen specific traits like Pompous and things like that. Like those things are untouched.
Amazing.
Master Mundi, for example, got Soul Quench now as a starting one instead of Arcane Convergence or whatever it's called. It also he got like all the slam traits are also redone. So, for example, second generation slam gets like 40% spell intensity and 1000 barrier as well. Even like fourth generation slam gets like kickboxing practice, so they get like more melee attack, melee defense, and like 300 AP. They also have the Blessed Spawnings is now a currency. So you get like 100, 150 or something, and then you buy from a little menu. Don't yawn. I saw you were going to. God damn it.
I was
Cover your mouth.
containing it.
No, I was kidding.
Containing excitement.
Reach. So, yeah, I think that's kind of. They also changed it so that they put in Throg's new intelligent sounding voice, and Alberic's also got his new Lord trace, and he also has his own voice line, so it's less generic.
Who?
Alberic.
Who?
Alberic de Bordelot.
Who?
Bretonian.
He's turned into an owl. I knew this would happen. This wasn't
The
like the
Bretonian
fortune
guy
teller
who's
told
on
me would happen.
Lustria.
I don't have no idea
The
what you're talking
Trident Man.
Trident Man.
Yeah, Bretonian
Trident
guy
man,
with a
take me
trident.
by
Lives
the
in Lustria.
hands, Trident man.
Yeah. He used to be on the coast.
Uh,
You like sailing.
There's also a bunch of other things they changed that I probably have missed and have forgotten. But I've tried Kalida and I tried Master Mundi. And yeah, that's right. Cover your mouth, Harless.
Did they change the geomantic web?
No, they did not. The crease, like the edicts, are better though, but it's still like the same thing. So my review of the patch so far is that it's a lot of really good changes. We haven't gotten quality of life reworks, quality of life changes before. We only had reworks. So it is really hard to like have expectations. But these things are, it is undeniably better to play them. It's undeniably like more fun, but it's just not a lot. This should have been baked into the Tides of Torment patch to have like one big cool patch instead.
So do you think that the Tides of Torment patch is now going to feel a bit underwhelming?
Maybe. We'll see. I have always said that every single patch that has reworks for free for the existing races is going to be well received. The ones who have NOS will just drag everything down. The most fun part about the last patch was playing like Scarbrand and Arbol. Skulltaker wasn't that fun. It was more fun to play Greases afterwards than like, you know, Mr. Maneater, who just had too much money too fast.
Yeah. Have they done anything about how much the AI value settlements, or is it still ludicrous?
No, I tried as Kalida because Thoric is always really hard to deal with. Like dwarves are a natural counter to brittle bone skeletons.
Yes.
So what I do is just I make two. I get Marak. I get two. I get to tier 2. Get 2 military buildings. Then I just vassalize him for Marak. I just trade it for vassalization, and then you get like $500 as well per turn from that. So it's like, well, it's pretty good. They get more money, and they guess like it's an easier and better time as the Tomb Kings. I know some hardcore dudes out there are like, easier, that's worse. It's like, nah, the faction was shit. Like,
so slow. You're like, oh, do you want to wait 68 turns to upgrade your settlement because you have 7 gold?
Yeah.
No.
It's also nice. The books are redone a bit, so they are a little bit better. But also, all the pyramids basically give you unit capacity as well.
Oh, that's good.
It's really cool.
Okay, that's nice.
I mean, it's not the Tomb Kings
So
extended.
it's like for different things. No.
No.
Tomb Kings Extended is cooler and more fun, hands down.
Yes.
But I do think I do think that these changes will do really well with Tomb Kings Extended. But the Lissaman changes will make the medallions of Shakwa too strong.
Yeah. Guess it will.
Okay, so here's my problem with, and I'm glad they are doing patches, and it's good you know, they've made some changes to two very old races that haven't had updates for a while. But these changes aren't huge. They're not particularly exciting. And at least from my perspective, what they've done is completely fucked me over. Because one, I've got an AMD card, so the patch currently crashes. And two, I know for a fact that this is going to completely flatten every single mod within a 10 square mile radius of this game. Which means effectively what they've done is they've given us like a cookie while at the same time setting fire to the feast next door. And I can't help but feel like, you know what? I'd be in a better place if they just hadn't put the patch out. At this point, I feel, and I know they've put a lot of work into it, and I appreciate the effort. But realistically, if they were like, "Would you like this?" I'd be like, "No, take that the fuck away. Just shoot, come back later when you've got more stuff. Leave me alone, thanks."
I don't think they can really. I don't think they can really win, because like if they just don't update the game outside of DLCs, it just means that like shit that's broken is broken for a very long time. But if they update the game too frequently, it breaks all your mods. And like when there isn't DLCs coming out very frequently, a lot of people are probably playing with mods, so they can't really win. But yeah, I see where you're coming from. That is stinky that it just completely turbo nukes.
I think it's probably worse because being a content creator, and particularly a long form content creator, this has really just fucked me over. So I'm feeling quite salty about it, which is why I'm now unleashing that salt. But effectively, I'm in a position now where I'm like, I know that it's going to break any campaigns I'm doing, and I also can't start any new fucking campaigns. So what? Like they've basically screwed me over quite badly, which is why I'm cranky.
I will post. There we go.
Classic.
Very down here. Salt is a way of life.
That's literally how I feel right now. You know, if they'd given me the option of going, should we release the patch? I'd be like, no, don't. Fuck off. Leave that. Just fuck off. Take that away. Take that shit away from me, please.
Yeah, I really, really hope that the patch that they have planned to come out with Tides of Torment is like knock your socks off good. Like if the free updates are as mid as this, I mean, this was always called a quality of life update. It wasn't called a faction update. So
yeah,
you know, that's maybe us getting our expectations up a little high, but God, it better be a banger patch. I know that they really want those positive reviews.
Better be a banger fucking DLC.
Yeah, that too.
We're nearing what, 9 months since the release of the last DLC.
Tides of
totally having to wait.
Yeah. Total
I
wait.
have concerns because
Total wait. Nailed it.
Total wait. I worry because I look at the three lords of. Oh wait, did they actually announce Sea Lord?
Yes, Sea
Oh, they
Lord.
did. Okay, cool. It's been so long since they did it. I genuinely forgot.
It was in the. Don't you remember? It was on the end of a blog post. By the way, Last Lord is like Seaman High Elf Man. Whatever his name is. The Seaman.
Seaman Man.
Wait until you get a lot of his special power. Yeah.
Can't wait to see the High Elf Seaman everywhere.
I will
say
say that whenever I cast Soul Quench, it does leave like a big white stain on the ground wherever it hits. So I do call it the jizz cannon. I forgot where I was going with this. No, but none of the three lords. None of the three lords look particularly like. I'm not like Sea Lord Aisling is like. I don't think there was ever actually a character for him, right? I think he was basically. Is he the Phoenix King?
No,
I thought that was Tyrion.
That's Finnebar.
No,
Tyrion's not the Phoenix King. He's like he just bangs the Ever Queen.
Finnebar,
Finnebar, that's it. Yeah. I don't think the Sea Lord actually had a mini, as far as I know. And who are the other guys? Who are the other guys again? You got the Slanesh guy person. I can't remember. Yeah, that one. You got them and Norscan Man. Who again? I just
Finnebar. Isn't it Seafarer? No.
It's not like Nagash or Thanquol or any big character names. It's all sort of, remember this guy, he's that guy's third uncle twice removed. He turned up in that episode, remember, years back? That's him. He's there.
In 15 words or less, was Elspeth a really big character before?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, lore-wise, she is a pretty big character.
I'm just, because that was a really popular DLC and one of the most popular lore DLCs probably of all time.
It was the Empire, though, wasn't it? Empire and Guns seemed to sell well.
Yeah, but like Elsef was a big part of Nuln as well, so she was a big lore character. Tamerkan also incredibly big. He has like his own novels, and Malachi is in like a multitude of novels.
I'm just trying to identify how much lore matters.
I think Elspeth, she wasn't a huge lore character, but I think she was a fan favorite.
Yeah, I mean, like
people like her.
I say a huge lore character. It's like a known character, like a Elector count or something like that. Nobody really, cared that much about, but she was known, right? It's not like Gorst, and people are like, wait a minute, I go get my books, and they're like, what?
Yeah, I think that there's certain characters who don't necessarily turn up all that often, but people would like if they named them as a character, people were like, oh shit.
Yeah, like Snorri.
Yeah, or like if for example they went Drakenfels is now in, everyone would be like, what the fuck? But he's he's not really mentioned all that much. It's just that people would be excited to see what they were going to do with him. And I don't think any of the three characters coming anyone gives a flying monkeys about.
No, I mean, like, it's the Kala, Aelin that people have been talking about, and like Homeless Man that not even I can remember what his name is.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm hopefully that the wait will be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. It is weird how we're getting just one DLC a year now. Very, very weird, because I think everybody has kind of expected the life cycle for Warhammer to be longer, but now apparently we're getting
now it will be
once a year
at this fucking rate.
Yeah, I do get very disappointed, but yeah. What else can you really say? But I do believe that the patch should have been together with a giant DLC patch, because it wasn't that much, and it would have been like a big revivification of the actual game as well in that era instead of putting little small crumbs out like that.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is to placate people while they wait.
Yeah,
but I'm going to be honest, 100%. If we waited this long, it's really not. I don't know. What did they say when the DLC should come out?
No. I'm not really sure what was happening there, but it does feel like Daddy Sega came in and just like played it and be like, it was like, you're gonna work harder on this.
Yeah, that's the feel I got from the financials thing, where basically Sega, we've been giving our Western studios way too much free reign, which really does suggest to like you done fucked up.
I'd love to see the Warner Bros execs at this point, like, after how many critical failures they've had in a row, just coming in like wiry hair with a hairline that like was here but is now here.
No, bro, Warner Bros has had like they've not had like that many bad games, have they?
I mean, they've just had like a few in a row.
Yeah, I guess so, because they did make like Suicide Squad was bad, but just before that was like Hogwarts. And then there was the Star Wars Skywalker saga as well. All of that is also like they're doing. Yeah, they did put down Monolith as well. When they was making the Wonder Woman game. Nice.
Oh.
Looking beyond the patch, shall we have a look at what's next?
Yes.
So
how exciting.
We have the early access that is no longer early access because the embargo is way past by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
unless you do one of those day one.
Oh god, this is going to really fuck up my angles.
Give me hope please.
All right, so we're going to do a never before live react to this, and if it's just us sat here AFK like Asmongold, I'm going to cut it out, and then we'll just talk about it afterwards. So welcome back. We watched it in complete silence. It was great. It wasn't. It was fine.
They actually had to cut away and tell me to put on my t-shirt again.
Yeah, Fred got so excited, he ripped off his shirt, and so he had to go get an identical shirt. Pull that.
Started flexing.
Yeah.
The raw sexuality was too much.
I bought a lot of shirts for this purpose, so it's fine. It's planned. Business expense.
That was
part of the process.
Certainly a video that we did watch.
Yes.
October release.
Like always,
window,
they have.
That's about the only thing that was really that. Oh, and new Law of Magic is pretty cool. I'll give them that.
Yeah, it is. And hopefully the new mechanics are going to be pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
We'll see what those are. But it's just PR talk as always, right? I guess I get tired from angry. It's like, and these will have new mechanics, and it'll be the mechanics that we talked about earlier. And this person is brutal, and she's very brutal, and just keeps on going. Yeah, but they did say that not everyone's happy with how she worked. So I guess that's part of the process, part of the reason why it's delayed, because they just couldn't get that one to be fun.
Yeah, and that's good. That's a good. I mean, what did I say? October.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, we're looking at 10 months since the last DLC.
Yeah.
Which is quite long.
At that point, I'd rather just leave it to December, so at least we get the December ad rev, but that's just me.
You never know. Maybe they'll have another DLC by December. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's to be honest, I get what they're trying to do.
They're just trying to make sure people don't forget and try and build a bit of hype, but yeah, if you're us, you're just like, okay, so this is just nothing. Like new units are, we see some concept art and some animation.
Yeah, I don't think that those type of presentations work particularly well unless the people involved have a good rapport. And I'm thinking like the Warframe streams, which are similar in sort of the way they set them out, but because they do them so much more often, it's much easier to watch. That gave us almost no information, and also was painful to watch.
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously we're excited to see what the new mechanics are. I get why they're holding that close to their chest, because if they give that away, they give the DLC away, in a way.
Do you play Warframe?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I would try it out a little bit, but here's a little fun fact that I learned about that. A lot of people are using that as a test for the new graphics cards. They just put everything up on max and just go through stuff. I thought that was
great.
Fun.
It's also got a great storyline, which is just not, you wouldn't expect that for that game.
Yeah, I've actually heard it has a pretty good storyline, weirdly enough.
And also it's a storyline that's been out for years, and if anyone asks what's the storyline, everyone just goes, just play it.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
But the entire community just goes,
I heard that.
No, we're not going to tell you. You have to work it out for yourself. Try it.
I don't really feel like there's a lot to talk about post that video. That was kind of just a waste of 20 minutes, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I mean, the new units, the new water spout units look kind of cool, but then they're they rely on other resistance. You might need some magical damage to get rid of them. It's so they have physical resistance, which means if that's all they have, they're going to be bad, because everyone has magical damage immediately.
Especially because they'll also be elemental and also have the same problem that demons have. And it's the same reason. I mean, basically, if you think about it, they're basically the Kadai and the Kadai Destroyer.
Yeah. They're just like wet
How
Kadai.
did we become this cynical? It's like... No, I
don't want to be this cynical. I don't. It's just... I don't want to be this cynical. I just look at those and immediately I went, oh, they're like the Kadai then. They're just terrible. But they've probably got the same animations as the Kadai, because they've also got the same they don't have legs. They've got the same pillar. And I'm just thinking those things are terrible. I bet they'll swim through the ground as well. And they'll just get surrounded and immediately hacked to pieces. And then...
Okay, so we're going to find some goddamn survival game that we're all going to try to play together. And Mile will playing that one. We're going to try to do a podcast, okay? So we're going to be panicky, try to do all that, communicating that. So we find a little bit of So it's like that would be. I'm pretty cynical, man. Like I at a certain point we just gotta.
I will happily be wrong. However, based on what I've seen, that is my belief.
I saw those horses and my brain went immediately, they're like the Kadai, and I could just see it as well. I could see them using, and I could see them having the exact same problems. I could see them being like, I will try them once, I will realize they're terrible.
I 100% agree with you, and that's why I'm like, dang, I don't want to live like this. I don't want to live like this. We shouldn't enforce this on each other. I like the lady with lots of arms. I like the idea of building pleasure palaces. That sounds quite neat.
Yep.
Yeah, she seems very brutal.
Yep. Don't forget that.
Yeah, it's gonna be the new cold and aloof, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean that's good. Yeah, but just I'm gonna be honest. None of those high elf units. I went, oh, that looks cool.
The Sky Cutter looks like it's gonna be maybe it'll be. Yeah, like something that big is just gonna get stuck the second it makes impact, unless it's charged once it's like 40,000.
I love when they said one of the most anticipated units for the Sky Cutter chariots. I was like, it's the only one that's missing from the roster. Of course, people talk about it. Nobody's like, this
is the most talked about unit because it's the last fucking thing left.
Yeah.
And what is it? Is it like a missile air chariot?
Yeah, they said it might have artillery.
Oh, so it's like a bolt thrower.
Yeah, it felt like a Hellskirt chariot in the air. Just goes to show every single day. High elves is better in dark elves in everything.
Yeah. I mean, the Scourge chariot, again, a unit I do not use because you may as well just recruit more dark shards, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not bad, but yeah, you can kind of just get like more shades and stuff.
Speaking of dark shards, the new Slanesh units that look to me like high elf rangers, but for dark elves, and handbows. But then Monsters point out the very good point. Why would you need handbows when you're playing a Slanesh? Granted, you can use the Chaos Warriors, as Fred then said.
I never use. If I'm playing a demonic faction, I tend to go with the. I know they disintegrate and it's bad, but at the same time, I think if you're playing a Slanesh, you want those fast units, and so I just can't work in my brain like if all of your units want to get into combat as quickly as possible. At what point are you going to go, let's just hold off charging 18 units into the army while my 2 missile units take pot shots at them just gently for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, and they said handbows, so you know it's going to be like 80 range and like 23 non-armor piercing damage.
Yeah, these are all units that I just go, I probably won't recruit those.
It's sad.
I mean, as long as the
mechanics,
mechanics are good. I'm happy.
I mean, that's like the one thing that unless it was in a previous video, I just I had amnesia and forgot about it mercifully. But like, yeah, that's the thing that I'm really waiting on to find out about, and apparently we'll find out in October.
Yeah. I mean, if they would just fix Norska's campaign mechanics and like give them a little bit of quality of life or something like that rework, that's just going to be fun. It's just going to be fun to revisit Imric with new stuff. It's like this.
I did a video where I was like, these are the worst mechanics and this is how I'd fix them. And I got to Norska and I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. Like, in theory, it's not that bad. In practice, it sucks because the rewards are wonky and it's very difficult to just do everything. But like, in theory, I don't think they actually need too much to become like really good. They just need like 1 or 2 changes to their mechanics and they'd probably be like excellent. Like raising in the name of a deity, that's a pretty cool idea. It's basically Beastmen Bloodgrounds before Beastmen Bloodgrounds. I
think, to be honest, if you just took that and went, let's make it a little bit more, because at the moment you've got like three blocks, right, for each Chaos God. If you just make that a little bit more nuanced, so there's more levels and there's more sort of like balancing, and you can maybe try and balance them, or you can just go for one. If you had a little bit more like, I need to do, I can build that up and you get extra bonuses along the way, I think that'd be a really good and fun mechanic, assuming you can defend Norska.
True.
Because I mean, the idea of going off and burning other, go sailing around and raiding and pillaging and all that kind of good stuff. That sounds great until you realize you're surrounded by people that absolutely hate your guts and will try and fuck you up. As soon as you sail away, they're going to be gunning for you for your very lightly defended settlements, and then that's where all your economy is, because that's how Norsca works.
Yes.
It's just a shit faction, honestly. I don't want to like all the problems with Norsca again. I feel like I've talked so many times. Like, just everything is coastline. You can be invaded everywhere. You have literally no advantage to being in your horrid home. But apparently you like just accidentally own all of it so fast.
Yeah, I'm not going to defend their geography.
No, you don't want to sort of own Norsca, but at the same time, if you don't own Norsca, you won't have enough money to recruit the pitiful armies that you can scavenge together from having Norsca, which you need to defend Norsca.
It's getting very late over here as well. I just looked at my monitor. I was like, geez, he has the same kind of Skyrim flag that I have in the background. It's like, wait, that's my camera. and just, you know what? Any last words on this segment before we move on to the last one?
Yeah, we're going to speedrun what we've been playing. I'm absolutely starving.
I've only been playing one thing, so it's fine.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, in conclusion,
Monsters?
DLC video, fine. Not much. We'll see in October, I guess. Monsters, what have you been playing?
I've been playing the Warhammer Bannerlord mod.
It's so good. So good.
It's very good. Although I will say magic is ludicrously cracked.
Well, who have you been playing as? What have you been playing as?
I've been playing as a few different things, but I made a witch hunter called Buffy, the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, witch hunters are easily the worst thing in the entire mod. Easily.
Yeah, I know. Although what I did like was the fact that the amount of damage I could do with my crossbow was insane, and I could just like headshot people. Like, you just had this big old like vampire, like, I've been dive for 1,000. And next thing you know, you've got a crossbow bolt through your face and 500 damage, and like he's just toppling off with his horse.
you hitting the line of Modern Warfare 2 intervention trick shots with the crossbow. See you jump.
You kind of do that with
180 no scope shit. It was pretty good.
You can do that with almost anyone with guns as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing the witch hunter. I'm like, this is basically just like playing a normal character potentially.
But you can point at somebody and do extra damage on that one person that you really hate.
Yeah. So I did find that magic was definitely best. Although I made a beast, an amber wizard, and I'm going to be honest, all those spells are arse, which is really disappointing. So
What, amber spear?
I need to.
Best spell?
I know.
They nerfed
best
it?
spell in the game. I know.
What
but
the fuck?
Yeah. Like you throw a fireball and like the entire enemy army just falls over, and you throw an amber spear and this guy just puts his shield up and he goes bonk. You're like, I guess I'll try again later then.
Fireball never fails, baby. Got me through all of Baldur's Gate 3 as soon as I love that bitch. It's so strong.
Just the difference between the two is quite remarkable. But really good mod. Just genuinely, absolutely outstanding. Really good.
It's so funny when you play like a witch hunter, because they have the only special thing they have is that they can point at one person and that person's going to take extra damage. Otherwise, you're like locked out of all magic, faith magic. You can't use guns, right?
Yep. No, you can use guns. Yeah, you can.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. But then you can also play as a Grey Warden, which is somebody who's like, I will do mind control magic, and he just takes everyone in an area, and then they start fighting for you. And when they die, they magically explode and kill so many people around them, and you're like, Or you can be a vampire. Did you play as a vampire yet?
Yes, I played as a Netcratch vampire, so I could do the big magic stuff.
No, you should do Von Karstein. Really try the Von Karstein one. Just try it out because, okay, one thing, you can jump really high as them. So you can actually jump up on like on the lower walls. You can just jump up on them, and then you just do like magic bitches, and they're like blah blah blah. And your special ability bar is that you transform into a cloud of bats that heal you as well, and you can literally fly around, and then you just land somewhere, and you're like bats bitches, and you just go into it again, and you're just like magic again.
Yeah, I don't know if it was being a necrotch, but I did an arena thing, a tournament, and I was doing okay. And then I came up to the last one. It was this Blood Dragon Knight or something, and I was like, aha, bonk, 2 damage. Oh, that doesn't sound good. And he just like, kapow, and just like literally took off half my health with 1 hit. And so,
necrarchs are hollowed bone bitches. They are.
They are. Yeah, I like the fact you could raise dead after the battle, but yeah, I think literally any other vampire would probably be a better option. Basically, I've been picking all the worst options. Yeah,
Blood Dragon is also kind of fun because it's an unholy grail knight basically. So you like ride around, you murder stuff. Damn, you should really play this mod. It's so much fun.
I know. I do want to play more of Bannerlord.
You can even do guide videos for it. You like everything about vampires, Bannerlord, large bold letters.
Ass at Bannerlord. I just like get in. I'm like, should I just like be attacking people all the time? Is that it? Should I not be trying to like be peaceful and diplomatic?
So think of yourself as like a small fish that tries to eat larger fish, a smaller fish as well. So you like try to recruit as many as you can. You go on something small, you get a little bit more powerful, and you keep on going from there. And
so just become like a marauder rather than trying to be peaceful.
Start as just eating criminals in the woods and things like that. That's all you need to do. Whoever you're playing as, you just fight bandits in the woods, and eventually you get like clan level 1, and then you can become a mercenary, and then you start just hanging out with the Lord, and you're like, hey, can I follow you? I need money, and I'll just be in the fight with you.
Right, roger that.
That's a special voice setting.
I've got a question. Can you recruit Minotaurs if you've captured them? If you've got them in your little... Will they eventually go, you know what, I'm going to join you? I'll be like, yes, Minotaur group.
I think you have to have like roguery or whatever it is so that you can actually get him eventually. It takes a long time, though, a very long time, so they're high level.
I'm going to get me some Minotaurs.
I'm going to get me some bull daddies, that's for sure.
I'm going to get them. They're big boys. I definitely want some big boys in my... I'm going to go full roguery. I've decided that's my plan. Yeah, so that's what I've been playing, and that's literally that.
Excellent. Nice. I think I've just got like 1 or 2 games as well. So not.
It wasn't too long ago since we did the last one.
Yeah, I finished Star Wars, and Fred, I unlocked the sword stance, where he has the great sword, and it's the best one. And then I was using the gun one as well because that's pretty fun. Yeah, like as soon as I unlocked that stance, I was like, oh, this game's fun. Like before then, I wasn't sure, but then I unlocked that. I was like, oh, I get it. It's a fun stance. But I wanted to love it so bad, but good lord, there are so like it runs like shit, and then it uses frame generation, which makes me have gigantic input delay, and in a Souls adjacent game, that sucks. But game good, performance bad. And then I've started Life is Strange Remastered because I wanted to be hurt, and that's fun.
I really in Survivor, I really like the little fisherman, the little Scottish fisherman. Yeah, that you could just like find somewhere in the world, and he would just be like, I want to wrestle a Promodian shrimp for 5 days, and he's like, that's big.
little
just like him wrestling small lob, like a little.
I really liked how it was a decent Star Wars story, and it didn't rely too much on referential stuff like there's some Vader, but mostly it's all completely its own. There's the Empire obviously, but you don't really interact with him that much. There's some little raiders. I liked how like Western it was. Like the planet that you go to, people say, howdy there, partner, you're not from around these parts. And you're like, is Texas on this planet? And it's a little off-putting, but I leaned into it.
So this is a very like big thing about Star Wars, right? Star Wars is not exactly a Western, but it is like a samurai movie in a Western theme in space. Yeah. That is what Star Wars is. So that it is like more Western stuff like that is just always like really nice to hear, because the newer Star Wars trilogy got their inspiration from just being Star Wars, while the other ones got them from like political dramas or like Westerns or samurai movies and stuff like that. The other one is just like made from more Star Wars, like distilled. So it just becomes more soulless and like bad.
I had my Cal looking like I made him look as cowboy as possible. Got like a long shawl, got him some big boots, and then a bit of a gruff face and some wavy hair. It looked like Arthur Morgan, but ginger.
Yeah, and mine had the big handlebar mustache or whatever it is. No, the like a That's like my cow
That's the look.
with a poncho.
That's sick. And of course, there's spoiler alert for nothing that really matters. There's implied sex with the mean lady. We love that. You'd
There's what now?
There's implied sex. Not obviously on screen because it's Star Wars. You can't do that. But they kiss and then it turns to black and it catches back up in the morning.
Like in the Andor.
Sexy. But yeah, and it's mean. She's called Marion Monsters. You'd love her. She's mean. She's just like basically
like
mean.
girls that
but
mean.
And she's pale with face tattoos.
she's sick.
Jesus Christ, it's talking my language.
Yeah, that's it. And then I played Life Strange Remastered. I'm currently playing that, having fun, being hurt, all good. What do you play, Fred?
I was doing the Dungeons 4 DLC, and those DLCs get worse over time. Like the first one was all right, but then they're not super good honestly anymore. The Age of Wonders 4 DLC, which is actually really good. It did bug out horrendously in my early access. So I fought like 20-ish armies in 2 turns, which was insane. A little bit of Hellclock, which is Hades kind of like game, but on a timestamp, and you have to go dive into hell and you upgrade and stuff. That's neat. RuneQuest Warlords by Slytherin was pretty neat. I don't really know what to compare it with. It's like a turn-based game. The Dawn of War 1 remaster. Cool beans. I can do a pretty good Gretchen now. Please, no more kissing. And then Vampire Hunters, which is a game that I have been absolutely loving. It is a roguelike FPS. Think Vampire Survivor, but it's it's an FPS, and it just shoots automatically whenever you aim at an enemy, and it just straps on guns to your guns. So you start off like with 1 gun, and then you have 2 guns, and then it just adds in, so you have like 17 guns, just bah, 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 and it just gets so crazy. It's insane. And then Shinobi Art of Vengeance, which has been, it's just a really good like 2D Metroidvania platformer. It's not really Metroidvania, but it's like a good platformer, I guess. Action platformer. It's a great game. It's got it's good. It's got ninjas and shits. Yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Flexing on us with your breadth of video gaming.
The very breadth.
That's breadth.
Scope.
This ended up being a longish one, didn't it?
Yes.
Like out of nowhere.
Yeah, but at least you're gonna probably cut away, so it's not 5 hours long.
Yeah,
if you can get it down to like under 2, that's.
Yeah, I'm definitely cutting out the us watching the video because it was a sat in silence. And then when I heard the release date, I went and got my prop gun and pretended to shoot myself. But I'm not going to show that because I might get demonetized. So, thanks for watching, folks. Let us know in the comments what you've been playing. We will read them. We read all the comments. We really do.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Especially the hate ones. We really enjoy reading those.
Yeah. Send us hate comments.
Yes, please.
Don't my I'm from Twitch. I can't handle this. I think YouTube comments is are literally the punishment for our sins in life. But I read them anyway. But please, no hate comments.
So lots of hate comments for Fred, but nothing but adorations for me, monsters, please. Yeah, thanks, folks, for watching. Hopefully the DLC gets some news that we can actually talk about soon. Otherwise, get ready for the next video to be a tier list of our favorite condiments. I'm thinking mayonnaise is going to be up there for me.
Oh,
it's good on everything. It's good on everything.
Cheesy chips with mayonnaise, nice.
Cheese chips, BLT, meatballs, banh mi sandwich, just good. Right, folks.
Cheese chips is not something that's made it over here. You live a decadent life.
These damn Swedes living in a third world country.
Yeah.
Ugh, socialism.
Yeah. Yes.
Goddamn socialism.
That's been nice.
Right. Thank you for watching, folks. Goodbye.
Well, bye. Thanks for watching. We'll see your cute faces next time.